Hi, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Today, we're going to talk about the journey of life, and how you can enjoy that journey more. And while we do it, we're going to paint this picture behind us. So I hope you come with me, and we're going to paint and we're going to talk. See you in a minute. Okay, so we're going to get started here. Hopefully I don't put my fingers in any of the paint. We're going to put in a little sky, and we're going to just relax and have fun today with the painting and talk a little bit about enjoying the journey. Which, do we really enjoy a lot of what we do on a daily basis? You know, we're so into getting to the finished product of anything we're doing that we really don't take the time, I don't think, to really enjoy the journey, the process that takes us there. And I know when I started painting, I would get so caught up in what it looked like when it was done that I didn't really enjoy the journey. I didn't take my time to really enjoy the process of what I was doing and being creative, and no matter what that is, whether it is going to the store, planning a party, you know, we all get caught up, all of us do it, we get caught up in the end goal of what it is that we're doing, that we are focusing on. And we forget to enjoy the journey. And that really is the whole reason that we're here. We're here to experience life. We're here to enjoy the journey. We're here to experience for the Creator. And that's really, it really is why we're here. People ask that age-old question, you know, why are we here? What is my purpose? Your purpose here is to experience for yourself, for the evolvement of your soul, and for the Creator. So, and you can't really do that when you're rushing through the process, no matter what it is. Whether it be painting, whether it be going to the grocery store, I mean, just anything that you do, you know, we're here for, it seems like a long time sometimes, right? It seems like forever, but we're here for such a short time. In, I guess, universal time, or if you think of it in years or decades or eons, it's just a small blip on the radar, really, that we do spend our time here. So when you think about it in terms of the process of everything you do, and this really does speak also to, you know, what we talked about before in quantum physics. When you are really in the moment, and you're really enjoying the process, then you're creating basically a better outcome, the outcome that you want to happen. You know, I mean, people talk about being in the moment. You know, what does being in the moment really mean? And if you focus too hard or try too hard to do that, be in the moment, then you lose it. You lose, you know, what it is, the end goal that you're trying to achieve. Pushing, always pushing, wanting everything to be perfect. And in enjoying the process of whatever it is that you're doing or trying to achieve, it does alter the end product. it does alter the end experience of what it is that you're going for. So it's important to, it is important to try to enjoy whatever it is you're doing. Just let go. I mean, try it with anything you're doing. Try to just let go and enjoy it just a little bit more. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. Pretty much nothing that you do is going to turn out exactly the way that you want it. So why not enjoy the process of getting there? When you think about quantum physics, and we talked about that in the quantum physics talk, and how you are creating by what you're focusing on. So if you try to focus on the joy of the situation, say, or just the mundane tasks and making them fun. I mean, nobody wants to get so stressed out when they're doing something that it ends up really not being fun at all. You know, that you're like, oh, I knew I should have did this, or I knew I should have done that. It's like, well, you know what? It's really okay. It doesn't really matter if it didn't quite turn out the way you wanted, or I wish I had done it better or different. In the moment, if you have a joyful time, if you're enjoying what you're doing, then that's really all that matters. And the memories that you're creating for other people in that is also, you're changing their life, you're changing their perceptions. And that really is a good thing. You know, we're in a time where we really are changing as a planet. And when you take the time to notice that, I mean, it's hard not to notice in the times that we're living in today. But when you take the time to notice things that affect you, affect your family, then it seems like, you never know what's going to happen. So you really do want to enjoy the times. And you're helping yourself, you're helping your evolution, and you're helping the planet at the same time. So to really enjoy the process of what it is you're doing, no matter what that is really wonderful. I read a really wonderful book by Neal Donald Walsh, and he is the Conversations with God author. It's hard to paint and think and talk at the same time. He is the author of the Conversation with God books, and he wrote a book for children on his thoughts of what creation is all about, and that we are not only were we created, but we chose what line of creation we wanted to be in. So when we were sparks of God from the beginning, and we are all sparks of God. We are all part of the creation process. We're all spirits. We're all here to experience for the Creator. We came down and we chose what it was that we wanted to do and be. Some of us chose, the way he explains it, some of us chose to be people. Some of us chose to be pets. Some of us chose to be animals. And that's how we chose to experience this life and this creation for the Creator and ourselves. So when you look at it from that aspect, we really are all here for the same reason. To experience for the Creator and for ourselves. So if it's all in the experiencing, then you really don't want to waste your time, your energy, being angry, racing through things that you, at the beginning when you thought about doing them, you were really excited to do. You want to really enjoy it, love it, and have a good experience out of it because it benefits everyone. And I just think that, that kind of gets lost in translation sometimes. Unfortunately, it does. It gets lost in translation. So we're going to break this out a little here. And we don't take the time to enjoy the things that at the beginning when we're thinking about doing them, we're like, oh, we're going to have a party. It's going to be so much fun. And then we get lost in all the details. And it ends up not being quite as much fun as we thought it was going to be when we started. Because then we get bogged down in the details. And everything becomes a chore. A job. A job that we're not really enjoying doing. Just dry my brushes here. So, if you have any thoughts or you have any feelings about enjoying the process, I can link those books, Neal Donald Walsh, Conversations with God. I can do that, and you can all, take a look, see what you think. The children's book is really beautiful. It's really beautiful to read. The illustrations are really beautiful. And it's kind of a simplistic kind of way for maybe the kids to understand about creation, how we all chose to come here and be part of this world, because we really did all choose to come here and to be part of creation as a whole, to experience it. We chose our families, we chose our relationships, our financial situations, and while some people find that hard to believe, we chose a lot of things because we wanted to learn. We wanted to learn to overcome these in what we would call what do I want to say? It's so hard to paint. And think about this and think about that. But what we wanted to experience in this life and how we wanted that to evolve, because we really are, every time we come here, it is for the evolution of our soul. We go a little bit further, we go one step up. If you believe in reincarnation, which I do, I don't believe that we just do a one and done. There's so much to learn. In every lifetime, we've been different people, we've been different races, and it really does affect what you do and where you come from lifetime to lifetime. And it's just amazing how, like with my painting. Now, I came to this quite late in life, actually. Just a couple of years ago, I started with painting by accident, and I really do enjoy it. And I enjoy the whole process. And like I said, when I first started, I would just try to rip through everything and get it done so that I could see what the end product was. And it really took me a while to learn to enjoy the process, to learn how to slow down and just have fun with it. And you do that with anything. You know, in one of my first videos, I said, when you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, when you feel like life is not going the way that you want to, just tell yourself to stop. Just stop. Take a breath and try to think of it in a different way. And you really will see that you can do that. And that's also quantum jumping. When you just, if you're at a big party or you're somewhere and you're feeling really stressed and things are not going the way you want, take a time out. Go into another room, you know, go sit in your car. Do something that takes you away from the situation for even 10 or 15 minutes, and you'd be surprised. Listen to some nice music, get yourself in a better space, and you will be so surprised at how, when you come back, the atmosphere has changed. It really is amazing. And you'd be surprised to know how much you really do remember and know. We have all the information inside of us. I do that about 10 times a day. We really do have all the information inside of us from all our lifetimes. It's in our DNA. We never lose it. It's always there, always with us. We just have to remember how to access it. And that's something that has been lost along the way. And it's sad, really, because can you even imagine how much you have learned over lifetime after lifetime? It's just incredible. And to be able to access that through meditation or just through a quiet time, you know, and this is something I think I maybe did in another lifetime that I'm remembering and I'm accessing now. So it really is amazing the things that you can remember, the things that you can do that maybe you don't even know that you can do. Now with painting, I never thought I could do anything like that. It was just mainly that I thought there was a lot of paint and sips going on, and I thought, that sounds like fun. I think I'd love to try that, but I can't paint. I can't draw. I never could. So I kind of just let that feeling that was something that I wanted to do kind of burn out until I took the chance, and my sister was having a paint and sip at her house. So I was like, what the heck? It's at her house. I'm not going to be too embarrassed if I can't do. I'll paint, I'll sip, I'll have a couple cocktails, and you know, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So I went, I did it, and I'm so glad that I did, because I wouldn't really know that there was something inside of me there that could do this, that actually wanted to do this, if I hadn't tried, if I hadn't taken a chance. And stepped out of my comfort zone and tried it. So if there's something that you want to do, that you want to step out of your comfort zone and try, you really should, because I'll tell you, I'm so glad that I did do it. I'm so glad that I stepped out of my comfort zone with this and tried it, because I really do enjoy it. And it relaxes me, and it's taught me patience. You know, I'm a person that's like a doer, and there's always something, you know, going on that I have to get it done. And this really has taught me to slow down, enjoy the process, because the moments we make in our life are really what it's all about. And I don't know about young people, or, you know, maybe because I'm older, that I'm starting to really enjoy the process of things a lot more. And it seems more important to really hold on to the memories or the thoughts. But even a young person, you know, if you can do that even just a little bit, it really does change the direction of what you're doing, and maybe even the outcome. Like I said, quantum physics. You know, if you're putting that thought and you're enjoying, and you are in that, getting into that space where you're enjoying it a little more, then you're adding a whole different energy. You're adding a whole different vibe to what it is that you're doing and that you're creating. So, and that whether it be, no matter what it is that you like to do, or you're creating or doing, or, you know, and if I don't like grocery shopping, so I try to put myself into a state where, you know, when I leave, I say, I'm going to get in, I'm going to get out, because, you know, I don't like grocery shopping. But I always see someone at the grocery store that I enjoy talking to, that I haven't seen in a while. So that is something that happens because I think I'm enjoying the process a little bit more. I'm telling myself, just, you know, just relax into it. Just go do your thing. You know, if it turns out nice, or, you know, I'm able to get in, the lines are short, you know, that's a plus. And then you see somebody you haven't seen in a while, and it makes the whole thing that much nicer, better, you know. So let's get some bushes in here, some trees. Let's just really go crazy. Get some colors going. To show up the light. So really check out those books by Neal Donald Walsh if you have little ones that you really want to explain things to. It is really beautiful illustrations, and the way he explains it is so easy to understand. And even if you don't believe that way, I mean, it's a jumping off point. You know, we all need a jumping off point in life, because, you know, you got to start from somewhere. You got to believe in something. And if you are the type of person to, want to research stuff a lot, you can do that. Ask questions. Questions are a good thing. We love to ask questions. I love to ask questions. You're never going to learn. There's so much out there to learn and explore that, you just never know. And keep an open mind. Most people don't keep an open mind when they are, when they hear something or something new comes about. And in this day and age today, we really do need to more keep an open mind, because the world is changing. We are shifting, and I know you can feel it. If you can't feel it, just slow down. I mean, you just need to kind of think about what's going on in the world today to really even know that it's happening everywhere. It's happening, excuse me, all over the world. I mean, when you think about the situation that we're in now with everybody wearing masks, I mean, we think of it maybe, and I thought about this, we think of it, in terms of we go to the store or we go anywhere where there's people or it's public and you have to wear a mask. Well, if you think of that in terms of every city, every town, every city, every state, every country have to wear a mask. This is worldwide. The changes that are happening worldwide. Our earth is in a shift that is changing so rapidly that it's amazing. It really does just amaze me at how fast and how what do I want to say? How fast and how different everything is now compared to, say, like what was it? I mean, last Thanksgiving. I think we kind of heard about what was going on, but we didn't really know. We were thinking of it in terms of it'll never come here, it'll never touch us, but it was meant to. It really was meant to. I mean, maybe all of this is happening to change the thought of the collective, to really change people's awareness to, we have to start thinking more about these things. We are in 2020 and stuff is really crazy, and the earth is changing. There's all kinds of things happening there. The environment's changing. The way we see the world is changing, and it's not just happening here where you are. It's happening pretty much everywhere. It's worldwide. So when you think of it in those terms, I mean, how could you not think that, something's going on? We're going through something here. And all the political stuff that's going on, I'm not one to really watch the news or watch TV, but if it gets overwhelming, if you find yourself going into fear, turn the TV off. Just turn it off. You don't need to listen to it. You don't need to have this. Well, we got enough going on in our lives. We don't need the television teaching us or just putting us in fear for no reason. I really do believe that. Or if you have to watch the TV, if you're someone that, you're older, or that's just, what you like to do to relax and take your mind off things, then watch something happy. Watch a sitcom. Watch something that, is going to lift your spirits or teach you something, or how to help someone else. That really is a better way to go than always being in fear, always watching the news, always wondering about what is going on somewhere else. Because what's going on with you in your involvement of your soul, that's what's most important. That's what I think. And I think that's what you should be focusing on. You know? I mean, focus on your family, focus on, you know, making things better and happier and easier for them, because it really is important. It really is. And it makes such a difference when you get out of the whole tragedy of it all. It's just, sometimes it's too much. I think it's too much. It's too much for me. I don't always want to, you know, listen to it or be immersed in it. And I know it's hard because in the times we live in, it's crazy town. It's crazy town to the 10th degree when all you hear is negative, negative, negative. So, you know, turn off the TV, get out of that zone, just get out of that zone. It really will help you. It'll help you feel better. Get out in nature, walk. Take a nice walk, sit in the grass, you know, play with the kids if you have your little ones home with you. Take them outside. We have a little bit of summertime left here. And if you can, enjoy that time. Enjoy that time with the little ones. They're little for such a short time. And they are, you know, they really are our future. They really are. And what better to teach them how to, you know, go out and, I don't know, maybe hug a tree. Sadie and I hug trees. We do. I'm just saying, it's a little crazy, but we enjoy it just for a second. Ooh, give that tree a hug, or, you know, it's nature. It's Mother Nature. It's Earth. You know, it really does vibrate at such a high level, and it helps you, you know, it helps the world when you're enjoying these things and you're really putting that thought and that feeling into it. So I'm going to put a few flowers in there. So I'm going to put some pretty flowers down in there because I like pretty flowers. They make me happy. And I hope I wasn't rambling too awful much while I was doing all this, but you know, the things that you think about when you quiet your mind, when you start doing something that, you know, you really do enjoy and love, it takes you to a different place. And your creativity comes out when you're doing a craft. If you're a knitter, if you know, like to read or do anything where, you know, your mind is occupied in a beautiful, creative way, you know, then you don't have to think about so much the other things going on, and you're adding to the good vibration of the world and the planet. And it really is a beautiful thing to be able to enjoy and help with the process. You're evolving your soul, you're evolving the souls around you, and it really is a beautiful thing. We need it. We need it now. We need it on the planet. We need to enjoy where we are, what we're doing, And if you can't sit or you don't feel like sitting and meditating, just sit and think about some good thoughts for 15 or 20 minutes. Go out in the morning when you get up if you can. Have a cup of coffee and just enjoy. Just listen. Listen to the birds. I love to listen to the birds in the morning. And hopefully there's not too many cars going by early, but listen to the birds, listen to nature. It really does help to get connected in that way. I think I'm going to put some red flowers over here. And if you think about the earth, like Neal Donald Walsh's books, if you think about the earth, and if you think about the earth being a soul, that a soul chose to come in and experience life as a planet, then, you would think differently about the planet and what we do to the planet. I know I did. And maybe try to, do less garbage or try to recycle a little more or just anything. Even sending positive vibrations, positive energy, which all that is positive thoughts. You're just sending some positive thoughts into the earth, the world. And that's all that really is. So just sit and think of a happy thought about the earth. And that in itself is really wonderful to do. Excuse me, I have to get some more paint. There. So, if you can, enjoy the process a little more. Enjoy your time doing things that you love, that bring you joy and happiness. Because it can only be a good thing. I mean, it can only make your life happier, easier, calmer. And the more you get into learning the process of that, you really will start to see that you'll be able to handle the big things. When major things happen, you will have already trained yourself how to go to that place where it's a little easier. You can calm yourself down, because we never know what's going to happen day to day. I mean, God only knows. So if you are able to learn how to, take a step back, calm yourself down in times when you really are going to need it, it's just amazing how it turns a whole situation around. You're calmer in an emergency situation. You can think better. You can feel better. And it helps you physically. It really does help you physically be able to process things differently and eat more easily. So if you find yourself getting worked up over the situation in the world, or the way things are going, take a minute out and just remember that. Think of something happy. Physically, it really does help. It calms you down. Where's my little brush I had here? Lost a brush. It really does help. It calms you down and helps you physically with it's not the brush I wanted. Helps you physically to slows down your heart rate. It does so many other wonderful things for you that you're going to need in times of stress. And it seems like every other day there's something to be stressed about. But, take the time to learn. Oh, I lost my brush. how much more easily you can handle these things if you take the time to practice taking a breath, you know, and you can do it in times when if you are stressed at the grocery store, it's a good time to practice it. If you are stressed because you're planning a party or something, good time to practice. That's a good time to practice it. You know, I mean, practice these things whenever you can and pull them out of your arsenal whenever you need to. For the bad times, for the times when you're feeling way overstressed. I mean, it really does help. You'll be amazed at, you know, what you can do. When I say you really are amazing, you don't know how amazing you are. You know everything. Everything is embedded in your DNA. You know the answers to everything. We just don't remember them. In coming here, we chose to forget a lot of what it is we learned from other lifetimes. And like with painting for me, I think some of that is peeking through, you know, and you're able to access different things. And it's really wonderful. And I think a lot of it came from, you know, meditating and listening to that nagging little voice that said, you know, go to a paint and sip, go to a paint and sip. And I let my mind get in the way and say, no, you know, I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to, I can't paint. I can't draw. What am I going to do there? It's going to be ridiculous. Well, maybe it won't be. Maybe, just maybe, you'll find something wonderful that you love to do that really brings, you know, magical things to your life. And I hope that's true. But you have to try. You have to just get out there and you have to just try it. Throw caution to the wind. I don't know, maybe it was that I'm older and I was like, what the hey? It's okay if it doesn't turn out great. It's okay if, you know, what I'm doing isn't fantastic, but I'm going to use a different brush. I have to at least try it. I have to at least try to do it. I went to have snacks and drinks at the paint and sip. I'm like, I need a night out. I'm going to go have some snacks and some drinks. And look what happened. It was really wonderful. And I enjoy the creative process. And that doesn't mean to say that like every painting turns out great, because it totally doesn't. I'm like, ooh, where the hell did that come from? And sometimes it turns out okay. So you just have to try. You have to take the time to learn and remember again, because we are remembering again. We've done everything. We've been here for eons. We just don't remember. Dang, can you imagine all the stuff we know? If we could just remember it, that would be awesome. But then we wouldn't be learning. You know, I say a lot, if life was supposed to be perfect, then, you know, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. We'd totally be in another state of being, another state of mind, and that's clearly not what we're meant to do. So we have to learn to enjoy the process and go with the flow sometimes. And I'm okay with that. I really am okay with that. It's important. It's important to do. Oh, that's a gob of paint. See? That was a gob of paint. It's important to do. It's important to remember. To enjoy the journey, because really that's the only reason that we're here, to learn to enjoy the journey. And I promise, if you think of that and if you remember that in times of stress, to stop, to take a breath, to enjoy the journey, you really will see wonderful things happen. So I hope that I made some sense here with my talk today and trying to do two things at once. I'm not the best at being a multitasker, so hopefully, I love little blue flowers. Hopefully, maybe if you want to try, I'll link some, try painting yourself. I will link some paints and tutorials so you can look and maybe try it for yourself. It's fun. You never know until you try. And I think that I'm going to call this one pretty much done. I might touch up some spots. I'm going to sign it over here. Sign it over there and give me a little closer look. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed the process. I know I did. And try it. I'll link the Neal Donald Walsh books if you're interested in reading those, and the one for children. I'll link some paints if you want to try something like this yourself. And also, as usual, like, subscribe, so we can keep going with all this. Hit the little bell if you want to get notifications on when I'm doing new videos. Sadie will be back. She's thinking of her next great video. And let me know in the comments, if you like stuff like this, and we'll paint together again. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember to enjoy the journey. It really does make a huge difference for everybody. It'll make a difference for you, for your family, for the planet, and for the times that we're in. So it can only be a good thing. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the painting, and we'll see you next time with something else. Thanks. Have a great, great Sunday.